Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Izzy's Room, the room where it all goes down. If you are not subscribed, following, any of that, and I really mean that. I don't mean just hover over the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. That way you guys can stay in the loop on all these crazy stories we bring to y'all. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into today's episode. So we have a story time. Let's go.
Story time.
Let's go.
It's been a bit since I led story time.
It's been a while. You just, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm just going to, you want me to steal your thunder here? So, my man's here. Just got back from Bali and Singapore, and it's so crazy. We were just literally in Japan.
Yeah.
And you're like already on your way back over there, and you're already like halfway. Literally hits me up. He's like, "Hey, Izzy, I'm in Japan." I'm like, bro, what regular anyways, go ahead, kick it off, man. Kick it off.
So for today's story time, I went with Brian, a close friend of mine who we both know. We met in Guam.
Friend is cap, by the way. Friend is not the truth. These are like soulmates. Like, yeah.
So we met each other in Guam, and we decided to. Brian's always wanted to go to Bali, so that was the trip. I think this was our third or fourth day, and Brian really wanted to see the sunset. I think you both have that in common. Like, you enjoy California sunsets. He's from LA, so he enjoys being by the beach, watching the sunset.
For sure.
So we never got to see like a proper sunset in his eyes, right? For me, it's like the sun
Together?
is going
Like together?
for this trip in Bali. So this is third, fourth day, and he's like, I really want to see it. This was also the day that we were supposed to have our threesome with a go-go dancer from Bali.
Yo, bro, you literally, like, you hit me up, and you were like, hey, like, we're just checking in, and it was like, I was in Austin, which y'all will hear more about here in a moment, and I was in Austin, and you're like, just send me a picture of, like, some shirtless, just ripped up, like, and you're like, yeah, we're about to have a threesome tonight, like, bro.
He was really cute, and we made plans to, all three of us, to get together the next day. I think this was right before we went to Ubud. Ubud is like more of the countryside. It's more local Bali. We are on the more touristy side in Kuta. So the day before we are going to leave Kuta, which is where the go-go dancer is, Brian's
Kuta?
like,
Did I say that right?
yeah.
Damn, I'm
Perfect.
cultured. Jeez, I think it feels like I went with you.
I think we just got back from the island, and Brian was like, okay, like we wanted to try to do both. And I think it was like 4 p.m. and the sunset was like 5, 6. And I was like, oh, maybe we can do like a quick 30-minute threesome and then catch the sunset.
This man said a 30-minute threesome. Oh, my God.
But
He said, ready, set, go.
But because of traffic is really bad in Bali. It's a touristy place. It's very touristy. 80% their economy is tourist. So he was like, it's going to be impossible to do both. Like, it's one or the other. And Brian, being who he is like, you know, hey, like, let's do your threesome. I know you really want this. Let's do that. And then in my head, Brian's such a sweet guy. However, I knew what was going to happen. I was like, Brian, we're not going to miss the sunset, you know, for a threesome. As much as I would have.
So y'all gave up. Let me get this.
As much as I would have liked to, I knew, one, that I don't think Brian would have enjoyed it very much. And then two, I know he is like hard set on this, on seeing a sunset. I don't understand it, but I know it meant a lot to him. So we go to Jimbaran. I think it takes like an hour because of traffic.
Jimbaran? Yeah?
That's close. That one's close.
Close. Not perfect.
We get
I
there.
think that's where we departed ways. I went to the first place, and that's where I said, all right, peace out.
We get there, and we get on the beach, and Brian is like scouring for the perfect place to watch the sunset. And again, I'm like, okay, you know.
Hear me out on this, though.
Okay.
Hear me out on this before I interject your thought.
All right.
Why not have a threesome while you watch the sunset? Wouldn't that be like so much? I know I would. That'd be
That's
Yeah.
That's the best of both worlds for Izzy.
Best of every world right there. That's like the dream.
No, he wanted to do it on the beach. He wanted to watch the sunset on the beach. So that would have, yeah. It's just,
Continue. What a weirdo. I'm kidding. Shout out, Brian.
so he's scouring the beach, walking up and down, and he's like, this is the perfect spot, and we're right in the middle, and they're selling chairs, you know, for seats for watching the sunset. He's like, this is where I want to be. And I sit down, I'm looking at the sun, just like I've seen the sun a million times. And, he's content. He's happy. We order some drinks. We meet some really kind people who are there.
And then you had the threesome.
Some beach people that just happened to be there. We met immigrants from Afghanistan who give us kebabs, and they're like, just happy just to be on an island.
Yeah, that's sick.
And I'm telling Brian that, I didn't understand this beach culture. I'm not from a beach culture, but seeing everyone so happy and just relaxed, it made me feel, happy. And we watch the sunset. The sun is going down. It's setting. And, the colors start coming on. And Brian is like, this is it. This is, what I've been waiting for. So we start taking pictures. And
then the go-go dancer came out of the sand and was like, and then y'all actually ended up having the That's a great story.
We did not have a threesome. And, but we did watch the sunset. And I'm happy that I did. Yeah.
I think you've told me before, like, the beach isn't like your happy place, No. Like, it's not like where you gravitate towards for, and for me it is. I mean, as y'all can see, maybe, man, I'm not that flexible, bro. But I have,
yes, you are.
We'll pop it up. Oh, man.
Show them what you got.
Watch me bend my leg around my, no, I'll pop a picture of it on the screen, but the beach has always been my happy place. Yeah. And I think
you two have that in common.
Yeah, again, shout out Brian, cool dude. We met him on the island. For those of you who don't know what Guam is, it's a tiny island out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
And we spent some time there at this one resort, and it was really beautiful. Like, literally, I'm not kidding with you. Like, you go under the water, it is a crystal clear blue. It's like a movie. You have colorful fish all around you. It's probably the best time of my life.
You actually. We have a special guest. Izzy brought one of the fishes he got from
Yep, right here. This was Fred the catfish. Yeah, or they don't even have. Oh my! Imagine me being able to keep it alive for that long. Probably like grill it. But anyways, no, like, it was a beautiful place. But that is like my happy place, like the beach. And I honestly get where he's coming from, because it's so hard, in my opinion, to find somewhere where you just feel a sense of like bliss. And it sounds so corny, it sounds so cheesy.
It's real to the people who believe it. This city, this Jimbaran, is known for its sunsets.
Jimbaran.
This is like,
you hear that
place. This is a place to watch the sunset. Like, that's what it's known for,
I think it's I get where, when I was a teenager, I used to be really big. I still am really big into photography, hence how this all came into fruition. But I used to be like, I would like scout sunsets, and I would scout like the best outlooks. I remember my apartment complex was like really ghetto, but I would try to find like a little place to perch up at and like try to get a good picture. And I'd always post it to the Instagram. Obviously, I've archived all that. I used to have like 900 posts until maybe a year or two ago. I archived everything. Didn't delete, but archived it. But I used to scout them out, and I, everyone has like their place of like bliss, and it's so hard. Like, where I want you to truly think, like, if you just offload everything about your day, about your week, about your month, whatever, when do you ever feel like truly, when do you ever feel like you truly don't have anything on your mind? Or for you it might be different, because you just kind of go through life like.
My happy place is typically the city. I love being around people that are different than me. So I enjoy the energy that the city has. And big cities like Dallas or New York or Ubud, even though it was a small city, it had so much, in my opinion, culture and diversity and excitement.
But do you ever feel like a sense of bliss? Like, that's different. Like, to feel like truly just like, like you're just existing. And I think the beach, to a lot of people, to Brian as an example, to myself, it's that. Like, to me, I'm like, how could you ever be in a bad mood when you look outside and see like the ocean and the fish and the sand, and you're walking through with your half-buttoned Hawaiian shirt and your shades and your little chain hanging out? You're like, oh, did that extra button just come down? Anyways, for those of y'all studs out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. But no, like, when else do you find like a true sense of bliss, even in the city? I mean, like, you have so much going on. You know, like I kind of get.
I think you're saying bliss. I'm thinking more contentment, and I feel happy. Like I feel happy when I'm around.
I'm gonna like shift gears a little bit. I went out to Austin, had a crazy night. It was actually pretty wild. For those of you who don't know, Austin, Texas, University of Texas is right there. It is the college party like city in all of Texas.
It's expanded, and it's become a hotspot for a lot of travelers.
Everybody, dude, everybody. Like I was meeting all walks of life. You have a gyro truck next to like this and that, and meeting all these people. And obviously, we shot some content out there. Hit the YouTube channel for that. I have it was full like unfiltered video of me going through asking all these interviews to different people. We had Lamborghinis. We had we had a ton.
Bronze Bugattis.
Yeah, bronze Bugattis, Andrew Tate, all like we had a ton of craziness there. But it was we drove down specifically to get content, and we drove down over there and met a whole bunch of people, and then basically stood up all night. I was at a point where I was like, I can't drive anymore. I pulled over, took like a 3-hour nap, drove all the way back here to Fort Worth. And then from there, had to offload all the stuff and start recording again. Like it was like nonstop, bro. I went back home maybe to just change and shower, and then I was right back out to 7th Street in Fort Worth. But I don't, like I've never, the reason I did that, right, was I'm like, hey, bro, like my this guy's going, like you FaceTime me, you were in Japan. And I want y'all to just think for a minute, like we spent a year there, and we mention it so much, but we spent like a year there, and you're back over there. It was like surreal to me. And it made me zoom out. And I just got done doing a job for someone, and it paid pretty well. It paid very well. And I was like, dude, I could do a whole trip off this, and like, hands clean just like that. And it made me think. I had that wall. I always have a wall to myself that I'm like, no, don't do this because of this. And I had this wall that was like, just do this. Don't spend this money, like whatever. And I had to like purposely see that wall and be like, no, and just turn around and walk the other way. And, and it made me not care about that. And I saw you in Japan, and you FaceTime me, or you called me, texted me, and I was like, this dude's all the way in Japan, paid for a whole ticket over there just because you wanted to, This wasn't, in my eyes, this isn't some intricate, like, planned out, I'm going to do this, that.
Very last minute, very struggle. Struggle is real.
But when you break it down, when you really break it down, you just do. And I don't always agree with that way of life. But at the end of the day, like you're happy, and in some way, like you gain happiness from that. Obviously, when you check your bank account after, you're probably oof. But no, like genuinely, bro, like you're all the way in Japan just because, no crazy planning. Hey, I already bought my ticket, so now I'm forced to go. And you do this thing where you buy your plane tickets before you plan anything out, and it forces you to make an itinerary and just make things work, Like you already committed by paying. So you just spearhead it and just go full send. Also, full send, shout out Nelk Boys. They were in our area recently. But anyways,
this is insight into Izzy's brain. We have 3 conversations going on. 2 with him, and then 1 with us.
Yeah. Bro, I have so many conversations with myself right now.
We're getting a small snippet.
But I do want to talk about. I'll get into that point. I'm gonna hold that point here. And right now I'm here. Okay. But I think no, it forced me to, hey, like, bro, go to Austin. Like go spend this money, go on a road trip, go meet people, bro. When we went to Toronto, I told you the most surreal moment I've probably had in my entire life. From the islands to everything we've done, the most surreal moment I've had in my life was when we went to Toronto, and we were on that like rooftop. We're on a rooftop outlooking CN Tower. For those of y'all who don't know what that is, Drake's album Views, that building, CN Tower, massive, pinnacle of Toronto. And we were sitting on this rooftop eating endless sushi, super colorful. Colors of sushi, I'm not going to lie, I've never seen like orange and mango and things like that in sushi. And we just had a whole table full. Tables, like, full of it. And I looked around, there's like the gardens on like the roof. And then you had the CN Tower behind us. And it made me think, dude, like, this is crazy to me. I would have never done something like that in, like, my previous self. Like, the shell of myself that I want to say I was. I would have never done that. And it was unreal. I don't know how to put it in words. And it made me just realize, bro, just do. Just go. Think about everything else after. Obviously, I still think about, like, funds, gas, whatever, how I'm going to get there. But think about the other things, the if, ands, and buts, like, afterwards. And I think you do a good job of that, whether you try to or not. And I saw, you know, you're all the way in Japan. And it kind of forced me to go to Austin and just meet people. And you know what I'm saying?
I'm happy you did. And I was really happy to see everything that came out of you going to Austin. The video, the snakes, the girls. It made me happy. It made me happy to see. I don't know if I showed Brian. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did because we talked about you a few times.
Yeah, we gotta follow. Oh, whoa! And so. I'm glad I come up in conversation. I'm glad I come up in conversation. What? I hope that wasn't the conversation.
But no, you came up and
did my name slip out while y'all were fucking?
And I was happy to see that you made that trip.
You had a boa constrictor. Also going to flash that up. I had a boa constrictor on my shoulders.
Just like Britney did in 2002.
Oh, my. Speaking of the Britney girls in the video. Oh, man, bro.
My favorite.
But I was, that point that I said I had here. I had a point here, and I'm done with that one.
Okay.
But I was getting my hair cut by Jay. Shout out, Jay. I feel like I'm shouting everybody out.
You are. But, I did see the haircut on a story that he posted and you reposted.
Of course, he's like my barber now, like my official certified.
Very, very nice guy.
He
shouted
is.
You out.
Yeah, man, he's
up and coming. He said
he's good people, bro. Every time I meet him, he's like, that's Mr. Celebrity himself. And you know, he told me a powerful. I made him like a promise, like a dead like handshake, eye to eye. I was like, Jay. I don't know when, don't know how, don't know under what context, but you and me on a yacht, recording an episode with the ocean behind us, eating like sushi, eating this, eating that, it's going to happen. And I'm telling you, I don't know when, I don't know how. I know how for damn sure. I mean, you know, this is happening, but I was like, I don't know when, I don't know under what context, I don't know like the exact details, but you and me, we'll be on a yacht. We will be recording an episode. We'll have like the ocean behind us. Like, this is like my promise to you. And I think about that every time I'm uploading and editing and this, that. You know, I'm promising like it sounds crazy because who would ever think social media. Also, apologies if it's a little loud now. We have some ambience. But
my kids are here.
Who brings their, you know, who does that?
Those are my kids.
Oh my God. You're like, I would believe it. No, but I, you know, like every upload, every this, every that, I almost like promise a part of myself to like, if this doesn't succeed, like you failed everybody around you. Everybody who told you you couldn't do it, you failed. Or you know, you failed yourself by allowing them to, you know, but also the people who did believe in you, you're failing them. The people who knew. And Jay was like, Izzy, like from the moment I met you, like you could have not told me twice. That you were or weren't like a multimillionaire. You could have not told me like you weren't. You could have not like, you know, like I already, like when I met you, like I already have like an image of you. I already see you for not who you are, but I see you for where you're going. And he told me like these that mindset you have, just being so self-aware of yourself at all times, but that mindset you have, like I already, like, you don't have to tell me. I already know. It's like, it's a matter of time, you know? And he had a big following. He has a big following. And he had no, you know, like
no incentive or reason to gain anything. He
has a big following. He has like a little army that supports him. And not little army, a big as hell army that supports him. And he doesn't have any incentives. He's just like, hey, like, I'm the reason why this is here, like this friendship's here. And he told me like, I'm genuinely glad I met you, because since I've met you, like things have just aligned in a way. And when he cuts my hair, we have these deep conversations, and I can tell like I'm shedding light into dark spots of his life, and he's doing the same exact thing to me. And it just made me think, because I brought you up and we talked about it, and he told me like, hey man, like your bank account's just not your happiness. And today he was just particularly happy, and when I asked him why, like he was so happy, he was like, dude, I looked at my bank account, I was like, I don't care. I look at my expenses, rent. I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate paying rent, I hate paying bills, all that stuff. Who doesn't? But he told me you gotta look at it differently. By paying your rent, you now have somewhere to live. Instead of looking at something as an expense, oh, I have to pay $1,500 for this. Look at it as like a blessing. Like I have the ability to pay that and now have a roof over my head. Because okay, paying rent, but what does that do? It gives you somewhere to take pride in, to say this is mine, this is my apartment. You get what I'm trying to say? And we brought you up because I told him, I was like, my buddy right now as we speak is in Singapore. He's like, Singapore? That's crazy. He was just in Japan. You literally brought me back. Presley literally brought me back like Pocky, the little Pocky sticks and all that. And you brought me back some gifts, but it's surreal. Like you were in these places and you're genuinely happy. Like people would look at your life and see the things you're doing. I looked through your photo gallery when you were scrolling. I didn't go through your phone, but like when you were scrolling, it was just color. He's like, whoa. Did you go to videos? How deep did you get? But it was all colorful jungles and ocean, and people see they see the little successes you have, and they want what you have in a way. And they're like, I want that level of like, I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want like what he has. I want that car. But they don't see everything else behind it. And to me, I guess like the moral of what I'm trying to say is overarching, those little determinants, like, like you don't care about the nicest car maybe. You would.
No, it's very much, that's true. It's true.
Yeah, like you don't care. Like to me, when I do car modifications, I think now you understand. You're like, oh, that's why. Yeah, you're like, he has a souped up car because he takes pride in it for whatever reason. But to you, like I told him, I was like, he doesn't care about like having a nice car or like clothes. He buys like things he likes, but he doesn't buy like things that like status emulating. And these certain things that you aren't particularly like interested in, you just want experiences. And I asked myself, like, how does this guy like to eat the most blandest foods and the weirdest shit? And really, it's just because the experience of it, I think you'd rather eat something you've never had than something you think tastes good. And I think 99% of people are the opposite. And although sometimes I'm like, what the hell is this guy on? I'm like, like maybe I just haven't opened my third eye to like, or my brain up to, the things you've experienced and seen and etc. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like, you may not be happy, but you do in your life, I think, feel a lot more happiness than the average person. And I think when you're in these places, the average person slaves away, right, for like money to have for this, that. And maybe they take a vacation here or there. But even then, these thoughts still preoccupy their mind. And I think a lot of people aren't truly happy, and I think the ones who don't hold on to material things, like those people are very happy and content deep down. And it's crazy to me just seeing you travel to all these different places. It's wild, bro. And I applaud you for I guess struggling when you're here so you can be happy when you're there. You get what I'm saying?
I don't know. That what you said is common for a lot of people. I think you are also on your own struggle for your own happiness. Yeah.
Me myself?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. All the time. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. I used to think so many things would equate to happiness. I was like, bro, when my videos and this blow up, like I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be this, that. And now they've all been blowing up. Like
the growth has been exponential.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. For those of y'all who are
astronomical.
For those of y'all who have been on the Instagram and any of the other platforms, about 10 million views in the last week. And honestly, that's like my slogan now. It's like 10 million views in the last week. And I think it's crazy. 10 million, fucking human beings are seeing like my face and seeing like our content. Really our face, because they're seeing the podcast also. And just everything, And I think it's crazy because I used to be like, oh, I'll be so happy when that point comes in. But it's like, no, and now I'm just on to the next, like, echelon. And it may, I'm always trying to find, like, what's that thing that's going to make me happy? Is it a Lambo? Is it this? Is it that? Like, and I don't think it's going to be, I don't think so. It comes from inside here and here, like your heart and mind. I think that's where it comes from, not like your money or your wealth. Although those things can make you very happy because it gives you freedom. Shit, bro. If I could just travel, like, nonstop, 24/7, 365, and just balling, like, I think anybody would be happy, bro.
I don't know how this is going to relate or if I should bring it up, but maybe.
Go for it.
We were in the room together today, and I was preoccupied, and I saw you tinkering away at your vision. And I think when you're in like close proximity to someone, it you're constantly like sharing headspace, and that can be challenging sometimes. I guess it goes both ways.
What do you mean?
So like if I'm feeling out of it, then like you probably pick up on some of that, and then now you're dealing with your own things, and then vice versa.
Yeah.
And I don't know. My reaction to what was happening today and seeing you tinkering away, I was like, something needs to happen, like within me. And to show that transformation, or to show that, is to create something. And then I started thinking about the visuals that I wanted to have to show this, not this friction, but the dichotomy of like personhood. And all that to say, we spend a lot of time together, not as much as we used to, but we still spend quite a bit of time together. And I think you're constantly sharing headspace.
I agree.
And that reaction, and what comes out of that reaction, I think is an interesting study.
I agree. So when we're recording interview. First off, a lot of people think we live together. A lot of people, I always get asked, do we live together? Always, bro. Always. They're like, bro, y'all are always like with each other. Are y'all in the same, And what I tell them is, not yet. That's what I tell them. So when I'm where I want to be, that extra room, I think it'd be a good idea. We'll talk about that in a different, like, bro, all white marble everything, and then a huge, oh, yeah, bro. Anyways, no, but, bro, it's so true. Like, when you're around somebody for so long, you pick up on so many different, like, nonverbals, really in verbals, but nonverbal cues. Like, when we were recording interviews. We were recording interviews last night. And it takes me a while, bro. Like, I'm confident, yes, but I'm not, like, like, there's a...
You're still that person that you used to be, and you have to like remind yourself you're not.
Yeah. All the time. And I think I really take off when I don't have to remind myself. I think I really take off when I don't give things too much thought. But it's hard to not give things too much thought when you're a person who always thinks,
I can only imagine.
And it's I have to get like wound up. Like there's all these like attractive people. I'm like, I'm attractive, but also like just rejection and so many, like who likes to be rejected? Literally nobody. Like who likes to get like,
That's a lot to bounce back from constantly.
Yeah, it's like constant. Like you
guys see the interviews, like the go. Oh my gosh.
It's
They see the final product, but there is a lot of rejection.
A lot, bro.
Behind the scenes.
There's the final product, it's bussin'. But then like before that happens, obviously there's so many different aspects and factors, and like the human mind, these media now is so easily consumed, like everywhere, every platform, every type of video, media is so easily consumed. And I don't think people give it the backside of the coin on that media you're seeing did come from a vision. A creation always comes from a vision. And to be the person who is the vision and the creator and the this between the marketer and the person who, like, bam, this is the face value of what you are seeing, that is a lot, you know? And I think any artist or any musician or any this or any that, whatever title you're out there, or whatever you're doing, I think to be the visionary and the creator of it is so much. And then obviously, like when we're doing interviews, you know, like it takes me a little, like I got to wind myself up. And that's why I had that girl slap the mess out of me. She absolutely obliterated my face.
She did. I felt uncomfortable.
Bro, I had her literally, like, she came in. I was like, I want you to slap the teeth out of my, not really. She slapped the earring out of my ear. I had an earring yesterday. I had to put a new one in, a gold one. Put a gold one in. I had a silver one in. She smacked it literally clean out of my ear. Hard. My whole face was welted. But I had to do that to get myself, like, that is the worst of whatever can come out of tonight. Like, now, bam, like, go for it. And I think the physical blockage, that word, blockage. Damn. Let me
Rectum.
Yeah, rectum. You're right. I think that rectum block it. No. That physical, dude, constipation sucks. Have you ever?
Have I ever been constipated?
Yeah.
So in the gay culture, there are these pills called Imodium.
And it basically like a running faucet.
No. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite.
Oh.
So there's no leakage.
So it blocks the rectum. That way when the train's going through the tunnel, it doesn't like blow dust out the other side. Or interesting. Fun fact. Buy y'all some Imodium.
Yeah.
In stores near you. This episode is sponsored by Imodium Plus. But anyways, like there's like that that physical blockage, and then you have like was that a bird?
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, it's right there. We have a bird on set. Anyways, you have the physical blockage and the mental. What the? Come interview. Tweet. But you have like the physical blockage and like or barrier, better word, and then the mental. And that physical barrier was able to get smashed down just like that.
With that slap.
Then you have the mental barrier of like the emotional rejection. Like it's different to get rejected off like something like, no, like I'm not interested in you because this, or mental because like, you know, like physical, like I don't like the way you look, or like you just look ugly. You're, you know, like mental. Anyways, the physical blockage or barrier was able to get destroyed with that slap, along with every bit of my pride. But I had her do it. You know, I told her like slap, you know, out of me, and it got me in that zone. It got me like into, okay, now it's out of the way. And even then I still had some like wind down. But then I was able to like pick it up, you know, and then it was able to like go. But the reason I say this is because when I'm not in that like zone or that headspace, this is also why when I'm creating something, especially like the podcast, I don't allow certain people to be around me, because even though like you may look at it as it's just this or it's just that, if you're not on the same brainwave and you're not giving me the confidence that I'm trying to like, you know, like scrounge up in order to like explode into this, you know, confident being for the night. But if you're not able to reciprocate like that, and I'm feeling like negativity or this, that off you, then I'm like, okay, I love you, but I don't want you around me in my creative sector. And you are one of the only people that I don't feel that way around. But you also have these dips where you're just like you're not zoned out, but you just stop communicating. And it honestly drives me fucking crazy. It drives me fucking crazy because I'm like, like just say words. But I know it's because you're thinking too. And so like when I can't find like what I'm looking for, I look at like the mirror, you know? And if the mirror's not like showing me the image that I want to see, then I'm like, fuck, like now I'm really, you know, now I'm even in a worse spot. So now I have to like deviate and try to find, okay, how can I be, you know, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, how can I be even more confident? And a lot of times you're able to mirror that and be like, oh, Izzy, do this. Oh, Izzy, try this. And I might not always agree, but it still gives me the pick me up that I need, you know? And last night was a good example of it, you know? But we got some amazing content. I thought it was so funny that's the first time I've actually been slapped by a female, bro. She rocked me, bro. I'm not even, bro. She reset my clock. She hit me in a daylight savings times. Like, it was daylight savings time last night, and she bink, and I was like, whoa, she just went back an hour. Then we went back another hour. Like, I literally, when she slapped me, bro, she wound all the way back, like Mayweather style, put her hip into it, and I literally saw like black and white for like a second. I was like, damn. Knocked my earring out of my like face, like, bro. Probably the worst I've actually been hit, because I usually don't get hit, you know. But and I just allowed someone to. She took notes. She didn't stutter or anything. No. You want to do what you want me to? I got it. Like, I got this one. Reset my clock. Jeez, man, what a crazy. It was a crazy night. I was supposed to meet up with someone in Austin too.
Really?
Yeah, I was supposed to meet up with this girl, and then we hit each other. She coincidentally was going to be in Austin the same time I was going to be in Austin. We meet up. She's like, "Oh, I'm upstairs drinking." I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to walk in front of all your like freaking like friends, you know, like in front of everybody. I've like never even met you before." So I'm like, "Oh, like I'll meet you and then we'll talk and then we'll go, you know?"
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, I'm here now. Come here." And so I go there, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, I'm not gonna like cat and mouse." So I just don't like pursue it anymore. I'm like, "Yeah, like we'll hang out when we get back here." Obviously, I didn't hit her up after that. Like, I'm, you know, not gonna play cat and mouse. But just thought it was an interesting thought, I should say, because I've been good, bro. I've been no nut November, bro.
Really?
You guys gotta listen up. Yeah, bro.
Stop.
I've been on that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
My female friend, the one I hang out with a lot, she's like, "All right, well, we're done with squirtless September." And yeah, she's like, "We're done with squirtless September." I'm like, "Oh well, I just started, so." You know, it's gonna stay abstinent.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You better not.
I swear to God. We're like, she does this thing where she'll like stretch and like purposely like bump into like my, you know, she'll like stretch her arm into her. She'll like massage like below my waist and slowly, you know, and I'm just like, and I roll over and I'm like, nope, not working on me. Not working on. I play games like Tom and Jerry.
I know, he said he doesn't play cat and mouse, but I'm like, okay.
I don't play cat and mouse, but let me rephrase.
Wait, he said, I'm not the mouse.
Yeah. Facts. Exact. Right there. I'm not the mouse. I'm the cat. I don't know. That sounds weird. That sounds really. Oh, I want to show you this emoji. Never mind. Yeah. I'm not the mouse. Never will be. You guys out there, don't be the mouse. You have to lay the traps. You can't like be the one going through the traps. You want to meet up? Oh, maybe, possibly. Like, you could meet me here, maybe. Oh, I can't make it. You know, maybe another time. Fuck, no. You're the one that's doing that to them. That's the key to all my single guys out there. Anyways, I think the moral of all this is, I don't know, just go do, you know? Go do. Whether it's going to Bali, going to a restaurant you've never been, or going to Austin, like, just go do, you know? I don't think about anything. I think before you write something off because ABC, really ask yourself, are you not doing this certain thing because you're in a way like running away from a part of yourself that's like insecure or shy or this or that?
Yeah.
Or are you actually doing it because you can't make it happen? If you're running away from something because, you know, like, I don't want to go here because it's too busy, really ask yourself, what is it being too busy the problem, or is it you being insecure and shy and having social anxiety the problem? So I think just do, and you do a good job of that, almost too good of a job where I'm like, this guy, bro. But I think enjoy life, live it up for the experiences, save your money, do all that good stuff, but also realize money is an outlet to really give you like true happiness. And I think money can bring happiness, but allow it to do that for you, you know? Be financially secure. This is my advice. This doesn't apply to everybody, so don't take this, you know, to heart, but I'm just shedding my perspective on it. I worry about money all the time. Who doesn't? You know, like, should I spend like $1,000 on this? Should I spend money on this camera equipment? Should I da-da-da? But also at the end of the day, you know, like, go take trips, go places you've never been, and try to do what makes you happy. And if you can't, you know, find something that's free that makes you happy. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. For him, it's sex. But anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. If you have not hit up Izzy's Room Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, really every platform, do so now. If you're listening here, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. And I really do mean that. I'm not just saying it, all right? Because you guys do help every time you hit that button. It shows YouTube we're doing well. It puts our faces out to other people. And it really cultivates a whole community and culture. Then we're able to go out to all these other cool places, Toronto, London, wherever we're going, and give y'all even better content. So make sure you do that. Hit that 5-star rating. Love you guys and girls and whatever. And, yeah, catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.